Hello, Nomad Nation. Welcome to Tandem Nomad, the podcast show for expat partners, where you can find great inspiration and tips to build your portable career and thrive in your global nomadic life. Our guest today is Maryam Afnan Ahmad. Hello, Maryam.
Hi, Emil.
So, Maryam is originally from Pakistan, where she built her career in marketing, and a few years later, she joined her husband in China, where she started developing her skills in corporate and personal development programs. And today, Maryam lives in Washington, D.C., where she teaches gifted kids from kindergarten and elementary school. On top of that, she is also an active member of the board of FIGT, Families in Global Transition, that I really highly recommend to you if you're interested in topics related to TCKs and families abroad. And last but not least, Maryam is also a writer. She co-wrote a fantastic book, an activity book for TCKs called Slurping Soups and Other Confusions. So thank you so much, Maryam. You see, I made it. So, Maryam, we had such a great talk in this episode together, and I would like to know if you could try to summarize for us, what have you learned from this experience, and if you had to do it again, what would you do differently?
The biggest one for me would be to somehow take away the regrets that come with unfulfilled expectations. And of course, a preceding step would be to somehow let go of expectations, expectations about our career, expectations about the time we spend with our family. I've wasted so much time, for example, with just worrying about how I was going to spend a holiday. And it had to be perfectly right. The house had to be clean. We had to have exactly the right amount of fun. And I've realized that the more I relax, and I not only relax, I go with the flow almost, but consciously so. So I'm proactive about the flow, rather than just letting time and everything just run me over. I'm conscious about how much time I have. I try to be in the present, and that has helped.
So, what kind of proactive decision did you take to be able to take that leap between your initial goals of being this marketer and this professor in universities and business schools to doing what you're doing today? What is the conscious decisions you made?
The conscious decisions I've had to make have been to two things, actually, primarily. One, be very aware of what skills I may have that may become useful in a new transition situation. And that helps me reinvent myself. And the second one has to be really how to be proactive and how to be very conscious about how we need to change as a family in order to accommodate those transitions and those goals, which has meant that we have had to have some really interesting conversations where, thankfully, we've been able to work it out, with the caveat that I'm not perfect at it yet. Um,
I know
the
you do
last
insist about that a lot.
yeah, the last 2 days have been not too cool, but you have to approach a situation where your because of your goals, your family's life is going to change, recognizing that it's also going to change, your family's lifestyle or choices, or influence them. So you have to approach it with the ability to say to them, this is what the goal is, this is how it will affect you, and this is how it will affect me. And I need your support because I think out of all those effects, the positive will outweigh the negative.
Definitely.
So just having to craft your communication around what's the good that will come out of our combined mutual goals. That's definitely one of the takeaways as well.
Definitely. Nomad Nation, you really have to check this episode. Maryam shares with us really great tools and techniques and her experience and how she, although she's very critical about herself, but did manage to grow and reinvent herself and build a portable career for herself. So I really loved how many tools you shared with us on how to communicate with your kids and with your partner, which is very, very important, and how to back sometimes and take the time to think of what we really want to do with our lives. And you really explained it so well in this episode, and I can't wait to share it with the Nomad Nation.
Oh, thank you.
So in order to check this episode, Nomad Nation, please click on the link above or below this video. And please, if you like it, share it around with your friends. And I can't wait to see you in this episode, and stay tuned to turn your challenges into great opportunities. Thank you, Maryam.